Hello everyone, welcome back to our Fire Nursing Tutorial YouTube channel. In this class, we are going to discuss that important topic, that is 5 logical reasons of prescribing antibiotics. Here, prescribing antibiotics is a part of our daily practice, but it has to be rational, evidence-based and justified. But in indiscriminate use, it may lead to resistance, treatment failures and an adverse effect. So, here we are going to discuss different ways of prescribing antibiotics, and also we are going to understand in this class rationale behind each drug, each antibiotic, scientific rationale behind each one of them. So, this video is very important. Don't skip. Watch till the end. If you have visited first time on this channel, please do subscribe for more such clinical insights. Here, so to understand that different ways or 5 logical reasons, ways to prescribing antibiotics, we have to go according to the stages of infection. We need to go according to the stages of infection here. Your first one is a subclinical infection. Subclinical infection. And then symptoms of that pathogen isolation, and then last step is a resolution. So here comes prophylaxis, and then here preemptive therapy, and then here empirical treatment, and then here definitive therapy, and then last comes that is suppressive therapy. Here we need to go according to the stages of infection. Under that one, first stage is subclinical infection. Here, first type of prescribing antibiotics is called as prophylaxis. That is called prophylaxis. This means that this comes before infection comes in the body. Means that there is no infection, but conditions are such that there may be the infection. So there we are going to use prophylaxis. Let's take an example. Let's deal with the example. Now you take. Sometimes the patient is completely okay, but the procedure is risky procedure. But in sometimes in other conditions, procedure will be easy and then patient will be with the other health issues. We'll take an example. That is the patient has to go for this one, colorectal surgery. Patient has to go for colorectal surgery, and then this is a high risk procedure it is. But the patient is not having any other health issues or health conditions. Patient is okay. Even though we are going to provide the prophylaxis, that is ceftriaxone and metronidazole. But this is just to make you understand the exam. But in some conditions, we can see the procedure is easy. It is dental extraction. extraction is a procedure, and then patient is having prosthetic heart valve. Prosthetic heart valve. Here, this is a prosthetic heart valve, and the procedure is dental extraction. Here, what we are going to do in the sense, here we are going to provide the prophylaxis, that is amoxicillin. Amoxicillin 2 mg orally about 1 hour before going for extraction. This is our first way of prescribing antibiotics. I hope you all are very clear. Now we'll see here. That is second one. That is symptoms. Here it is called preemptive therapy. Here preemptive therapy comes in between the subclinical infection and the symptoms. Means infection has started but it is in the subclinical stage. Infection has started but it is in the subclinical stage, and yet there are no symptoms. To detect these symptoms, patient has to go certain investigations. For example, organ transplant. Here we can see this antibiotic prescription in organ transplant patient. Organ transplant patients, we can see this type of antibiotic prescription or antibiotic therapy we can see in the organ transplant patient. And then here, for example, we take organ transplants, and then patient has to go certain investigations like CMV, cytomegalovirus infection, and then this infection is very common in organ transplant patients. If this infection occurs in these patients, it can be deadly. We do certain investigations like CMV, cytomegalovirus, that is through PCR technique. If it is positive, then he could see the DNA of this virus in blood. That time we start with the antiviral drug, that is ganciclovir. Like this, we are going to detect the infection in subclinical stage, and then we are going to provide a treatment. This is a second type. We'll see the third type of prescribing antibiotics, that is, now we'll see the pathogen isolation. Here it is an empirical treatment. Here infection has set in and started showing symptoms, but we have not yet isolated the exact pathogen. For example, patient comes to you with a pneumonia. Various bacteria like A, B, C, D, and then these are the possible reasons. If patient comes to you with a pneumonia, there are various bacteria like A, B, C, and D. These could be the possible reasons or causes for pneumonia. That time you can prescribe antibiotic or combination of antibiotics that will cover all this. We'll see just an example. This is an example for combination of antibiotics. Here, community acquired pneumonia, and then here antibiotics are ceftriaxone and azithromycin. And then here causative agents. Pathogens are Streptococcus, Haemophilus, and Mycoplasma. And then like that. Again, here UTI, urinary tract infection. Here, combination of antibiotics, that is nitrofurantoin, trimethoprim, and then sulfamethoxazole. These are the combination of antibiotics for E. coli, and then causative agent here is E. coli. Escherichia coli is the causative organism agent here, and then comes like that. Meningitis. Here also ceftriaxone plus vancomycin are the combination of antibiotics to prescribe for meningitis. And then here the causative agents. Causative agents are Streptococcus pneumonia, and then Neisseria meningitidis. Here I have given example just to make understand that combination of to understand combination of antibiotics. This is a third way of prescribing antibiotics. This is called empirical treatment. Now we'll see here resolution. Now you have isolated the pathogen and you know exactly which type of antibiotic will be effective. And then this type of treatment is called as definitive treatment. This type of treatment is called as definitive treatment. We'll take an example. That is antibiotic sensitivity report. According to antibiotic sensitivity report of UTI, the isolated organism is Klebsiella pneumoniae. Klebsiella pneumoniae. Here, while explaining empirical treatment, causative agent is E. coli, so we may go with the nitrofurantoin and all. But here, the isolated organism is Klebsiella pneumoniae. If you would have start with nitrofurantoin, it is an intermittent sensitive here. It is an intermittent sensitive here. So, here we need to take sensitive with the highest therapeutic index. So, here amikacin, norfloxacin, and then ofloxacin. Okay, we'll see here. Here this amikacin cannot be given orally. It has to be given only through the IV. But norfloxacin and ofloxacin, if you are giving treatment on the OPD basis, you can use either norfloxacin or ofloxacin. This type of treatment, this type of antibiotics we can use when the pathogen is isolated. And then that time we are going to use a useful antibiotic. In this case, we are going to use a useful antibiotic. Now you have treated and the infection is resolved. But due to some reasons, the infection is recurrent. The infection is recurrent. That time you are going to use something called as suppressive therapy. And then we can use this therapy. We can see this suppressive therapy more in orthopedic patients.
Where implants are used.
So these are the ways to prescribe antibiotics. I hope you all are very clear with the topic and different ways of prescribing antibiotics. I hope you all are very clear. Please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more informative content. Thank you for watching.